So it's very small packaging, right? That's the first impression here. Very small, right? Also, you know, good decent weight, not too heavy, not too light. We also have some additional, I'm assuming these are possibly blades. They're nicely wrapped in airtight packaging also. So we'll come back to those. And here is the E1. Man, first impression, the E1 is actually pretty awesome size for EDC. Like, it's actually not all that big. First things first, we have a deep pocket carry clip. So that's already a win, right? You can basically bury the whole thing into your pocket. It's also, let's see, how wide is this thing? Right, kind of get a thickness here of 0.58. That's not too bad. Definitely some thickness, but not necessarily too thick. Right, let's kind of make some room here and kind of zoom into this bad boy. We have what I'm assuming is aluminum construction and kind of has this sort of circuit board kind of connection lines milling going on throughout. Then you have this X pattern right here towards the front. That's looking pretty good. Looks like we have TA, Torx T8 on there as the hardware. So let's go ahead and maybe start here. I'm seeing 2 tabs, right? You guys are probably seeing these as well. We got 2 tabs on each side. So let's maybe start here with this one. Okay, so that's a good way to be able to get the blade out. Okay, it has basically like a thumb ramp, otherwise a thumb stud if you would. All right, bam, we got a very awesome sheep's foot blade on this one. Is that a hollow ground? Do we have a hollow ground on this multi-tool? I think so. Hollow ground with a bell satin finish. Looking good. Of course, you know, what you see there is a little bit of oil for transportation. I'm not sure what steel we have here. I'll definitely put it on the screen if I'm not sure, so future me take note. So we have a blade on this one. We'll test it out in a moment. We also have, let's put this guy back, we have on the opposite side, okay, there's your bottle opener on this side. That's looking pretty good. All right, open up some bottles with that. Bam. All right, what else? All right, those are the easy ones because they have that thumb stud situation, right? Let's see if I can get to or get at the other guys. All right, starting right here. Here we go. Check that out. So we have a Phillips head screwdriver, and we can turn it around for a flathead screwdriver. This one is under spring tension right here on the side, so we know, right? It's gonna stay in place there. I'm gonna switch it back to the Phillips head. Right, these don't necessarily lock in place, but they stay, you know, they stay straight. Definitely takes a good amount of resistance here to kind of pull it back in. Kind of working my way through this guy, picking up some, a little bit from this side, a little bit from that side. All right, this one probably opens with the nail nick, right? Has a nail nick right here, or at least that's what I use. And boom, we take out the scalpel blade, or this is a replaceable carving knife, if you would. It is an X-Acto 11, in case you're wondering on the specific size. And I can pull back on this, right? It unlocks, and then I can, you know, swap out the blade if I want to. Otherwise, I will put this forward like that to make sure it's locked in place. And this is where the additional extra ones here come into play, I would assume. So it's actually, I'm curious now, as soon as we got this guy out, what better time? Let's go ahead and put that carving knife to use. All right, curiosity wants to find out what's in here, and there you go. All right, you got them X-Acto knives in there. Boom, we got 1, 2, 3. Are they all the same? I'm wondering. All right, that one is pretty much the same. It's also an 11, and this one here is also an 11. So yeah, you get a total of 3 spare ones and 1 already installed on the multi-tool. So it's a total of 4 X-Acto knives, 11 replaceable carving knives, right? Or razor blades on the tool. So that's pretty cool. And needless to say, it has a very bulky tip right there. That's about as bulky as it gets. So talk about getting, you know, precise, you know, X-Acto knife style. So that's pretty awesome, interesting there. I want to say, I know we have 2 files. We have a metal file, like this one has a nail nick here. So let's go ahead and pull it out. So we had the knife, we had the metal file right there. Okay, maybe I can, there is a little bit of a separator or divider in the middle. Then I got a nail nick here for, ooh, are these the scissors? All right, so let's come back to the metal file. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. You got diagonal lines on one side and cross pattern on the other side. But these, whoa, just like, you know, a transformer. This is Megatron here. Just transform like that. That is crazy. All right, well, those are some pair of scissors right there. I'll tell you that. These are bigger than the scissors you get on the PowerPint. I think even bigger than the scissors you get on the Free P4. right? The Wave or Fleisa Multitool. Like these are some of the biggest scissors I've seen on any multi-tool period. All right, look at the size of these things. Holy smokes. Okay, so those look pretty good. I mean, could we cut some instructions here? Is that possible? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, these are not messing around. Yep, yeah, they are certainly going to cut, right? This plastic here from the replacement blades. Definitely gonna cut through that pretty good. So yeah, I mean, we got quite a heck of some crazy scissors here, right, to say the least. So that's pretty nice. And then check out how they fold. So you basically fold the handle, and then the handle continues to tuck in place. That is insane, insane. Wow. Oh man, those are pretty cool. Those scissors are pretty cool. I kind of wanted to come back to this guy for a moment because it actually has three different purposes, right? So it is the bottle opener, and that was the first thing that we said it was. It's also a scraper, so you could scrape, right, with this guy here. We got some sort of jimping going on there, right? So we can scrape with it. And it also works as a can opener, right? So it works as a bottle opener and a can opener all in one, which is pretty good. So all in all, right, we have the knife, we have the metal file. Oh, by the way, that metal file can be used as a big flathead screwdriver, so that's pretty interesting. We got the scissors, we got the one tool that works as a scraper, can opener, and a bottle opener all in one. We got the replaceable carving knife. It is a deep pocket carry clip, and we have a bit for a flathead and a Phillips screwdriver. So that is awesome. That is pretty good. And this one is very popular. This thing is selling on Amazon somewhere around 100 or so units per month. It is definitely popular, to say the least. So pretty interesting, compact, almost EDC flashlight size. I mean, if I kind of compare here to my Wurkkos HD01, kind of gives me those vibes, you know, maybe like a 2/3 of a Wurkkos flashlight, you know, in size, but it's packing some serious tools, right? So that's definitely something we're considering. Of course, you know, we got to do our scientific cutting test. So let's go ahead and get a piece of paper out here. I'm going to start with this blade, again, steel on the screen there. Let's see how it goes. All right, you don't have a very long cutting path, so you do want to stay in the cut. Let me see. If you put it against your nail and it doesn't slide off and it actually wants to bite into the nail, that's a good sign that it is sharp. There you go. I just got to be able to get a good starting cut, right? I mean, is this going to be a dedicated cutting blade? Probably not, right? You being a knife guy, which you probably are if you're watching this channel anyway, you're going to have a dedicated knife regardless. Is it going to be a pretty handy knife to open up a quick package? Amazon box, open up a quick package, right? God forbid people are using scissors and keys this day and age. So quick, you know, Amazon box, right? Make work of it, right? Obviously, it's great for utility cuts and draw cuts. It's going to do those very well. But if that wasn't enough and you needed a more precise cutting, you whip out your X-Acto knife here, and yeah, we're definitely working now. This guy is going to make work of whatever material. Look at that. Boom. Now this piece of paper is already wasted by now, but you get the idea there. This one's going to slice really, really good, and of course, it's going to be really good for any, you know, thrusting sort of task. We need to like stab through certain material and just make a cut that way. So peel your favorite orange or apple or what have you with an X-Acto knife. I'm kidding. Well, there you guys have it. A quick unboxing and overview on the E1 NexTool here. Product from NexTool, right? Very, very interesting value proposition right here with multiple different tools. Some of the most EDC stuff you did on, you know, you need on a daily basis right here at your fingertips. So there you go. That is every single tool on this bad boy right there, all out, so you guys can see it in action. Again, review on this guy coming down the line. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end, you're the real MVP. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one, either this one or this one. Peace.